Run down the two teams. Start with Brazil. Alisson in goal. Danilo, Militao, Marquinhos, Wendell, Gomez, Guimaraes, Salvio, Paquetá, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. And for Paraguay, it's Morengo in goal. Mateus Acosta with Balbuena, Aldereta, Valdez the back four. Bobadilla with Cubas and Vilisata is the midfield three. And Cesso, Alcabaros and Almiron is the forward three. There's a young boy who's put the ball in the centre circle. We are moments away here now from getting ready in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the last game of the second match day in the Copa America. And this is two sides who have pedigree in the South American game. Of course, it's an extended Copa America, so the CONCACAF sides have joined to play with these South American nations, and these, I say these because these two of course are from the continent of South America. So the ball's in Brazil in that left back position. Militao, he steams up over the halfway line looking towards Vinicius Junior. Now it's back with Paraguay, with Balbuena laying that back to Morengo. Black jersey for Morengo, the Las Vegas Stadium. This is packed as the game we saw, of course, yesterday with the hosts who lost 2-1 to Panama. Paraguay beat Panama in a warm-up game. It's their only victory of the year. They drew to Peru right at the beginning of this month. A 3-0 defeat to Chile 2 weeks ago. But on the 16th of June, they got a victory over Panama against Colombia. So Paraguay really struggled to get forward in recent weeks. Solitary win, 1-5 comes against Panama. Brazil have the ball inside their own penalty area. No pressure from Paraguay yet. With Alisson, bright green jersey, it's traditional jersey for Brazilian goalkeeper. And they're popping the ball nicely with Guimaraes. Gomez down to Vini Junior. Vini Junior over the halfway line. Vinicius Junior steaming down there. Now goes towards the penalty area. Tries to find it into the middle. The shot is blocked as he tries to find his fellow Real Madrid teammate in Rodrigo. It's with Paraguay now, with Aldereta. Goes into the middle. There is a Brazilian player down holding his leg. The referee says play on. It's now with Paquetá. Paquetá ships the ball to Gomez. João Gomez now back to Vinicius Junior. He's looking very threatening in his early moments. Vinicius Junior in the penalty area, takes 2 on. Tries to pull it back for a corner, and it will be. He tries to put it for a cross, it will be a corner, and he asks for noise from the Brazilian supporters. Such a constant threat. Vinicius Junior, they wants to take the corner quickly. Put a 1-2 with Salvio. It's whipped in, left footed, cleared away by Paraguay. And Paraguay have done well actually, because they're looking to go on the break with Cesso. Cesso can't get there ahead of Wendell as Wendell comes across to clear. It's Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. But already Vinicius Junior with the 7 on the back. And I touched on it earlier in the broadcast just about how some media outlets and former players feel about this Brazilian side. They still have world-class players across this 11, well-established players. Of course, with the studio coming back off a very good season at Real Madrid, winning La Liga and winning the Champions League. And look at midfield, Guimaraes, a lot of Premier League experience. João Gomez there, of course. Militao, Marquinhos, 2 seasoned European footballers playing for their national side. Need to get a victory tonight. Both sides desperately need that. Down the left it goes for Paraguay with Bobadilla. Bobadilla will take this throw, and it's Daniel Garnero, the manager. Garnero is the manager of Paraguay. He's barking orders already at his team. He's trying to eliminate the threat that's coming from that right hand side. Aldereta has tapped this back now to his goalkeeper Morengo inside his own 6-yard box. He uses his right foot to launch this into the centre circle, which is won by Paquetá. It does fall the second ball to Paraguay. Down that right hand side now it goes with Velasati down in towards Perez. He worked well this from Paraguay. It's having some position, it's desperately needed. Espinosa is there. Espinosa on his left hand side. Espinosa goes towards Cesso inside his own half. They now ascend into Brazil, and Brazil clipping Cesso. A bit of argy-bargy there between Paquetá into Cesso. 2 Premier League players one of West Ham and one of Manchester, of course. Because I was under investigation with the English FA due to some betting allegations. The free kick's been taken quickly by Paraguay. It's over the halfway line, on this time on the right hand channel for them. They try and poke the ball forward, looking towards Arsa Barrios, but it's dealt with well by Brazil. It's swept by Gomez towards Marquinhos. Marquinhos to the right hand side to Danilo, the captain, and Danilo's ball just looking towards Salvio. It's intercepted by Paraguay. 0-0 here in Las Vegas. It's with Brazil midway through the half. It is thrown in the near side. It's thrown to more looking towards Paquetá. It's intercepted superbly there by Paraguay, but they can't keep hold of the ball from Cubas. It's now with Militao. Militao spreading that to the left hand side to Wendell. Wendell goes into the middle to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. poking it back. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. So with Militao, Marquinhos onto the middle. Lovely work. Gomares pushing the players away. Actually onto the right hand side it goes towards Danilo. Danilo now towards Salvio. Salvio had such a good season at Girona. Pokes it to the middle, looking towards Rodrigo in the penalty area now. Brazil, so many shots for Paraguay in the way. Paquetá will go for goal, and he'll shoot over. It stays 0-0. Gomez in the end went for it, and the Brazilian coach looks on. It was the first well-worked move from either side in this game inside the first 10 minutes. And it was João Gomez in the end had the effort. Neymar is in their house. He is watching the game this evening, giving support to his fellow Brazilian counterparts. Of course, Neymar is out injured at the moment after suffering a serious injury playing out in Saudi Pro League. It's Danilo who's going to take this throw in on the halfway line, the captain. He's taking his time to do so. I don't know if there's a issue, or maybe the coach touched the ball before he went out of arms there. He's got a very stern look, the Brazilian coach. I think he will. I mean, it's an automatic red card, isn't it, if you touch the ball? I think the referee's just reminding him that you can't do stuff like that. Let it go. Maybe if the scores are different and the timing of the game is different, you may see a different solution and ending to that chapter. Balls with Brazil in their back line with Militao. Militao gives it into the middle to Paquetá. Paquetá to Gomares. Gomares got a lot of space. He sweeps this to the left hand side where Wendell and Vinicius Jr. are operating. Wendell's on the ball now. Got Vinicius Jr. ahead of him. Vinicius Jr. now gets past two. Puts the ball into the middle, which is once again met by a Paraguay player. Paraguay just clearing that right back position, going long, looking towards Arce. It's going to be a tough shift for Arce. How is he going to deal with the lack of creativity that's going to be provided for him tonight? He's been starved already. It's Danilo now on towards João Gomez. Gomez now to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's giving the ball to Vinny Jr. in the middle, tries to backfill that towards Rodrigo into the penalty area. Paraguay break with it after they intercept the ball. Here's Nsengo. Gives the ball now to Barrios down this left hand side, well in towards Brazil's half. They're approaching the byline now. Dino tries to bite that ball back. That may be a corner. It will be a set piece, the first one for Paraguay. Really seen Brazil have a corner. Good defensive work coming in from Salvio from the right midfield position, because it was his flank where Arce came from, down that left, went down low just to intercept and clear. So it's going to be Nsengo and Alma, the two Premier League players in the lineup to kick things off with the corner. It's a real waste, because what happens, they take it short, trying to catch the goalkeeper and Alisson. All the big men have come up from the back, Alderweireld, Balveno and then Cessa, who scored already in this tournament, of course. Keys it away, and Devoro Jr. is the coach of Brazil. He's happy with the assistant at the far side. He's having a word with the fourth official. I think that was to do with mainly the warden of the corner. It was very much contentious decision that lead to anything. It's now with Brazil, with Marquinhos, who goes long towards Rodrigo. The ball's headed on by Alderweireld back towards his goalkeeper. He rolls his ball out immediately the goalkeeper to Espinosa. Espinosa goes to Valcarez. Valcarez hammering it down the field. And Alisson's in a little bit of a pickle, but he recovers and comes out and shields the ball. But there is a bit of argy-bargy now with Alisson having a conversation with Alcabares. He's saying it's right to get the ball. He said with the massive black gloves on offer, the Liverpool goalkeeper on slot at Anfield starts after the international tournament. I mean, pre-season started within 2 weeks. Just never seems to end football. That's the way we love it here on Flash Score. 12 goal, Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. And it's an important Group D game. We've seen Colombia qualified tonight, beating Costa Rica 3-0 following from their opening win over Paraguay 2-1 in the week. Brazil, of course, drawing 0-0 to Costa Rica. So these are two teams that need 3 points if they're going to reach the final 8 for Brazil. And they've got Colombia next. That will be a very close game, regardless of Colombia already qualifying. They want to extend their unbeaten run to 26 games. Now it's 25. And that's one to watch for sure. Brazil with the ball down at right for Salvio. Salvio goes infield to Paquetá. Paquetá into the middle. Now towards João Gomes. Gomes now to Guimarães. Guimarães there towards Vinicius Junior. He's always playing on the shoulder. This time on the left hand channel. Couldn't get through. Balbuena was there for Paraguay. Aldereri goes into the middle now to Cubas. Cubas, bit of space, 25 yards out. Takes his time, spreads to the right hand side of the half with Valgrez is there. Back to Balbuena, back to the goalkeeper now in Morenga, who's of course in Paraguay's half. The goalkeeper before gives it down to Balbuena. Balbuena back to his goalkeeper. Brazil not doing much of a press. Happy for Paraguay to have the ball in these sections of their half, and then they do push 2 players forward, but then the ball's put into the middle from Alder to Cubas. Here is Cubas. Goes into the centre circle to Senko. Senko to more to Barros. Barros now. Into towards the left towards Benassati. Bit of room now for Almiron. Almiron's a bit deep. And Senko and Almiron are very, very deep as the ball from Rodrigo slipped through into the middle, looking towards Vinicius Junior, who's loses out between his battle between Balbuena and Aldereri. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0 here live on Flash Score. So we just need a goal to really get it going. You feel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Down the right hand side it goes for Brazil inside Paraguay's half. They go back towards Marquinhos outside the centre circle. He uses the right foot to move that ball towards the opposite flank. Danilo now to Salvio. Salvio's got 2 on him. Danilo continues run. Danilo's just now to Guimarães. Guimarães playing this back to Salvio on the right touchline now. Tries to go round the defender. That's intercepted. Goes back towards Guimarães. Guimarães now back towards João Gomes, and João Gomes' ball is completely off target, and that's cleared away. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. There is a Paraguay player down holding his arm, so play has stopped. You see there the ball of Danilo. Replay. Gomez plays, but is Almiron on the floor. Just the ball struck his chest, his neck area as well, so he's a bit winded. Lots of football coming your way next couple of days. I mentioned earlier, Euro 2024, audio commentaries, match reports, match ratings, everything for you. Today's the start of the knockouts, starting with Switzerland versus Italy, Germany versus Denmark also. These are news that Almiron is up on his feet, and he's ready to come back on. Balls with Paraguay down that right hand side. It is Barbadilla takes this throw in, chucks that in towards the Brazilian territory. It's won by a Brazilian head. Qatar forces it forward. Here is Rodrigo, who's just outside the centre circle, inside Paraguay's half. It's a high line from Paraguay, and he touched forward by Rodrigo, and Vinicius Junior would have been put through. Here's Almiron, who's come back on after being off. Zento is working down this left hand side, and so Almiron and leaving Barros to be that central figure and be that lone forward. But it's great work by Incesso. He's gone past 4 players inside the middle of the area. He's kind of worked his way from the right of the half to the left, and they've worked it back onto this left-hand side of Almora. Almora back to now is Altarelli now to Zarkes. Zarkes now on this right-hand side. He's got a bit of space to run into. He does that. Oh, he sweeps the ball into the middle. It's a first-time shot and needs Allison to beat it away. He came into the middle, and it was Bobadilla who was found by Valquez. No pressure on the ball, and the effort flew in, and it needed a good push out. That's actually deflected. It comes off Militao right on his head. Militao attacks it, needs Allison to look at it. It was heading to the top corner, pushes it away, and Paraguay have a second corner in this first half, and you want that corner to be better than it was the first time. They tried to do it short. It was left-footed by Almon. It's a better delivery, but finds a Brazilian head, and then the ball at the far side can't be kept in by Paraguay. It's a really heavy touch that came from Bobadilla in the end. But that was a warning for Brazil that, you know, this game isn't going to be a walk in the park for them. This is another trick. It's a hard group, this, you know, Colombia, Paraguay, Brazil. It's a tough one to call with just 2 places go through to the quarter-finals. Although Paraguay are not in the best of form, they've already shown there that they can create an opportunity to really hurt Brazil. Brazil, of course, still looking for their first goal of the tournament after that 0-0 draw. The ball goes flung forward by Paraguay, looking towards Almora. Almora now up against Danilo. Danilo wins the ball. Good challenge from the Brazilian captain. There's a Paraguayan who goes darted in towards Danilo. Doesn't win the ball, but Brazil do give the ball away 30 yards away from their own penalty area. And they're just batting now outside the D. So Paquetá keeps flicking the ball above a few players, and he's actually won a free kick after the aggressive tackle that came in from Mateus Acosta, the fullback, on the left-hand side. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. Starting his free kick outside the centre circle, which is to the left-hand side. Cabales giving the ball to Rodrigo. It's now with Vinicius Junior down this left side, 1-on-1. This is exactly what he likes. There's 3 on him at the moment. To the behind, one behind him, one right in front of him, and one to the side. He still moves the ball away. He's down Rodrigo. He's on the ground now, actually doing his shoelaces. Vinicius Junior. It's a threat that Paraguay are conscious about, and I can understand why. Here's Salvo on the opposite side. He kicks the ball forward and runs, and he's clipped by Paraguay players. That could be the first yellow of the game. That was by Mateus Acosta. He's not going to be booked. Espinosa. Taken short by Brazil. Looking towards Vinicius Junior. He swings and goes past Vargas up there, checks back, his clip, stays on his feet, still has the ball. Vinicius Junior in the penalty box, just to put it through the legs. We can't. We'll have to settle for a corner. Exciting work. It's more from the Brazilians that have travelled to Las Vegas to support them. 20 gone here. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. Lively one to watch and to observe. Let's see what this corner is. Whipped in, looking towards a Brazilian head, headed on, and it was headed on and no one behind him. It was Danilo, the captain, who met it. It was a right-footed corner from that far side. Just trickled behind his head, and he couldn't put it goalwards. So there was a little bit of a tackle on Vinicius Junior that led to the corner, but he got straight back to his feet. It would easily have been a free kick edge of the penalty area near the byline. Now with Paraguay inside their own half, they look to get the ball from Cubas. Cubas goes long towards Ceballos, and that just skittles across the Angelan Stadium's turf towards Allison, who's been busy the 2 goalkeepers so far in the early minutes. Is Rodrigo though for Brazil. He's leading the line for Brazil. 5-time World Cup winners, of course. It's in the middle for Paquetá. Paquetá now to the right hand side to Salvio. Inside Paraguay's half, 25 yards away from penalty area. They've got all the way back now towards their defence with Marquinhos and Militao passing the ball to each other on the halfway line. They go to the full-back with Wendell. Wendell gives the ball to the middle to Rodrigo. He gives the ball to Vinicius Jr. He wants to go round Valdez. He's holding his knee, Vinicius Jr. The referee says play on. He's rolling around. There was a Paraguay player down also, so you may see a stoppage of play. There is actually, the ball's got out of play. Vinicius Jr. is back on his feet. You can already tell that Vinicius Jr. will be in the ear of the Chilean referee tonight to try and make sure that decisions go his way in these one-on-one battles that he's participating in. That's against Valdes. If he goes to the other side and he's up against Matias Acosta Espinosa, and it's with Paraguay who have the ball with Balbuena. Balbuena into the way to Cubas. Cubas back now towards Aldea, the fullback in that left centre back position. He's in that left centre back channel, moving the ball forward. He uses left boot to spread that to the far side. It falls to Balbuena. Balbuena to Milton Sesso. Sesso is 25 yards away. Player down to the left is utilising. Still got Versati. But now Balbuena. Even game so far here. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. It's crucial Group D game in the Copa America. Both these sides have not won their opening games. Down the middle now for Tavares. Now down the right hand side for Brazil with Salvia. Salvia going infield. Taking into the middle now towards Bruno Gomes. Bruno Gomes down to Paquetá. Vinicius Jr. and playing it back to the far side. Now looking towards Paquetá. Paquetá gets this ball back towards Marquinhos and Militao. Militao outside the centre circle, still 0-0 here. The win for Paraguay would put them on their way. You'd feel taking on Costa Rica with confidence going into that game. They're even a draw here, knowing that Brazil look at 1 point to beat Colombia in the last rounds of games. Really makes this one an intriguing one. Live here on Flash Sports. Down the right hand side now to Salvio. Salvio into the middle, trying to give it towards João Gomes to go round the player inside the penalty area. It's Allison with the ball, bright green jersey, and he has it outside of his own penalty area. Every single Paraguay player is inside their own half. Brazil have the ball inside their own centre circle. They go inside towards Paraguay's territory through Marquinhos. Marquinhos now slip it to the left hand side. Floating in, that's a push by Vinicius Jr. Referee see award a corner. He has given a corner. Looks like it may have been a foul. Vinicius Jr. with a heavy push. He's a very, very expressive winger, Vinicius Jr. He's up in your face. He's a defender's nightmare. He'll go inside, he'll go outside. He's trickery. He'll go for goal, put a ball in. A real throwback to what we've just seen now as a header goes over the bar from a corner. What a chance that is. Marquinhos, the Paris Saint-Germain man, nearly planted a header for Brazil to put them into the lead. And it was Rodrigo's corner, pinpoint inside the 6-yard box in the middle of the defenders. Oh, he's got to get that. He's got to get that on target. You can see it the whole time. You can see that dropping into the bottom corner. Oh, I know Brazil nil. It's with Marengo, the black jersey, uses right foot to hammer this down the field. It's one now by towards Versati. Now looking towards Espinosa. Espinosa go long towards Marquinhos. Marquinhos comes and gathers. It's a foul by Almiron. 25 gone here. Paraguay nil, Brazil nil. Almiron's shaking off that knock he did when he got hit by the ball early on in the game. It's with Marquinhos. Marquinhos now switches to Danilo. Salvio's ball's intercepted well by Espinosa. Espinosa gives the ball to Enzo. Enzo's now up against the Brazilian midfielder in João Gomes. So again, two Premier League players there. And so win the foul. It will be a goal kick to Brazil. So 26 minutes gone. Who would you think is the happier the two teams? I'd say they're both happy that they're able to create chances. I think for Brazil, they get a lot of joy down that left-hand side with Vinicius Junior. Paraguay, when they do go direct, have had that joy with that effort that was deflected, that Alisson beat the way the shot came in from Bobadilla. But at the moment, it's still 0-0, and it's lacking that cutting edge in the final third. A lot of good play before that from both teams. It's Paraguay on the ball. They skip the ball into the air by Aldavari. Look at Seno. He's now dispossessed by two Brazilian players. Here's Rodrigo in the middle now. He's got Vinicius Junior to the left. He gets the door completely shut on him by Aldavari and Balbuena. Two good centre-backs for Paraguay. Now they go over the halfway line and try and see if they can stretch the Brazilian defence. Into the middle it goes to Cubas. Cubas down to Pisati. Pisati into the centre circle. 45% possession for Paraguay. 56% possession for Brazil. On the left it goes now for Almiron. Almiron inside towards Cubas. And Tesco's there. And Tesco's there towards Balbuena inside the centre circle for Paraguay inside their own half. Brazilian shirts now just trod back into their own half, but they do then move forward. They've got a high line now. And the last line of defence behind the centre circle. And Zisenso is over there to the halfway line with the ball. Giving it towards Cubas. Cubas down to left hand side to Mateus Custa Espinosa. Espinosa into the middle, it goes to El Dirari. Back towards Valcarez. Good possession is from Paraguay. Brazil are happy for them to have that in front of them. Vinicius Junior goes on a bit of a press, nearly nicking the ball away from Paraguay. It's with Maranga up and go down towards Balbuena. Balbuena into field now to Cubas. There's a bit of room. It's the door shut. There's a heavy challenge yet, in fact, actually. By Joe Gomez. João Gomez fouling Cubas. So the two central midfielders there colliding, trying to win that midfield battle. He's spent a few times to just trying to calm things down. It's heavy. If you get the ball, to be fair, João Gomez, I don't think this will be any VAR check. You never know with virtual assistant referee, but we are up and running again, and I think the referee and his VAR team have made the right choice. The ball's now on that left hand side for Paraguay. It's now with Aldavari into the middle now towards Cubas. Cubas shaking off that knob. And Zesto's there. Runs into trouble with Zesco. He's seen a lot of the ball for Paraguay, but not in that final third. It's too much in the middle area, and he just dwells on the ball a little bit. It's been easy for Brazil to nick the ball. It's Vinicius Junior down the left hand side. What trickery can he produce on this occasion? Two on him, and he can win another corner on that far side for Brazil. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. Flash score, of course, is the platform you listen to audio commentary. Corner's taken short by Brazil. Flipped there looking towards Militao, headed away by Paraguay. Falls now to Salvio. He wants on his right, puts into his left, edge of the penalty area, or the tee up, trying to find a perfect goal. There's a player for Paraguay that's chipped. Referee says play on, and then Paraguay lose it with Almiron that was chipped edge of the penalty area, and that will be a free kick. Just there, Almiron with the orange boots being flipped by Gamache. Two Newcastle players there. For any Newcastle players listening, it's Morongo to take it on the left hand side. The goalkeeper has it now. Black jersey for Paraguay as we get close to the half hour mark. Kicks it the field down the right hand side. Flicks this forward by Visati. Visati looking towards Alcabaros. It's one there by Pacatar. He's given away to Almiron. He's 25 yards away from penalty area. He's this Enzo now who's in the danger area. He runs into trouble, runs into Militao, and he runs into trouble because he gives the ball away. And it's Bobadilla again with a sight of goal. Toe poked it towards the goalkeeper, Alisson. And he was able to gather. Brazil already moving down this left-hand side of Vinicius Jr. in towards the penalty area. Quick pace goes back to Paquetá. They're claiming handball, and the referee points towards the spot. And in the 30th minute, Brazil have a penalty, and they have a route to goal. It's Villasante who has been penalised for it. And from one end, Paraguay having a good opportunity to open a deadlock. The other end, they've conceded a penalty, and they've given the opportunity now for Brazil to open the scoring. It's a side-footed effort that comes in from Paquetá. This will be reviewed, I reckon. His physicality, his hands out, his hand does hit his left arm. He puts his right arm towards the ball, but his left trailing arm is out open. It does hit it. This, of course, will be reviewed by VAR. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0 in a very highly competitive game. It's Paquetá who has got the ball on the spot. Brazil, of course, haven't scored in this tournament yet after that 0-0 draw in their opening game against Costa Rica. And this Copa America game, a crucial game against Paraguay. Colombia already qualified after beating Costa Rica and Paraguay. They're the next opponents for Brazil. And if you just go past the half-hour mark, it's just going to be the moment where Brazil put themselves in front and open their account for the Copa America 2024. It's Paquetá up against Merenga. And, West Ham United man waits for the referee to blow his whistle. He does. The referee from Chile. It will be Paquetá to take it. He moves to the right. It will be left-footed. He stops, stutters, and then misses it completely. Oh, the wait goes on for Brazil's opener. It stays 0-0, and Paquetá misses it. Oh, what stutter. He moved his body to the left-hand side and then kicked it side-footed and missed the target completely. Goalkeeper went the right way, but he wasn't going to get near it if he did creep in. Stays Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. The Paraguay players celebrate that, and the Brazilian supporters and players look a bit distraught. What an opportunity that was for Brazil to get themselves in front in this game. Something to hang on to early on in this game, and a springboard to get more goals. It's been ignored. It's the ball now to El Duderi. Back to Balbuena. Balbuena to Milton Sesco. Sesco 25 yards away. Has to angle that in. Scoops it towards the goal line. It's found out to Vinicius Jr. Here is the man missed the penalty moments ago in Paquetá. Paquetá back towards Alisson. Alisson into Militao. Just make it Marquinhos. Back towards Alisson. Lovely work from Alisson. Skips that ball. He just passes it towards Paquetá. Paquetá now towards Guimaraes. Guimaraes onto the right to Salvio. Over to Guimaraes. Oh, lovely walk to Rodrigo. Salvio's free on the right if he can spot him. He can Rodrigo. Salvio goes round the defender. Poaches the byline. Oh, a superb challenge comes in from the centre-back Alderweireld. Has no chance. Salvio whipping that ball in. He's cleanly got the ball and restarted it. And that will be a throw-in towards Paraguay, where Salvio tries to win the ball back from Almiron down that left-hand side. 35 gone here. Paraguay 0, Brazil 0. It's not Paquetá's greatest moment. You know, he kicked it away. For Brazil, they need something, don't they? They need a bit of a spark in this tournament. I said there's been a lot of talk about them and their chances to win this game, especially after Costa Rica's the draw. You know, just controlling things here. Here's Militao. That penalty miss sway them. It's Paquetá. Now towards Danilo. And we're in towards Paquetá. So back to Danilo. So with Marquinhos now, with a bit of room to Wendell. Wendell arches his body to pass that ball to Vinicius Junior. He wants to do a bit of tricks and he gets away with it. Oh, wonderful Vinicius Junior. He scoops the ball into the air, goes to the penalty area, misses a Brazilian player. That was a perfect setup for the pullback, and it just wasn't executed well. Alisson, they will give the ball towards Danilo. Paraguay have come with a bit of a press, but not many players. A bit of pressure on Marquinhos. Now with Gomares. Gomares trying to go over the halfway line. He does. There's a lot of space to Gomares. No one's putting pressure on him. Not much Brazilian players around him. He gives it towards Vinicius Junior. He's there. Vinicius Junior back to Rodrigo. It's Gomares. Back to Vinicius Junior. He's planned all the way here. This could be the opener. And it is the opener for Brazil. And who else would it be other than Vinicius Junior? The brightest spark in this Brazilian side shines once again. Paraguay 0, Brazil 1. Vinicius Junior with it. Oh, it was superb work by Gomares. Playing that ball, fizzed it. Then it was laid off by João Gomez. And then finished by Vinicius Junior. He's been up for it throughout this game. It's so hard to keep a man of his talent away. We saw moments ago he tried to flick the ball into the air by flicking it behind him. Went past two. He pulled that back. Then he started this move, giving it towards Gomares. Was it Rodrigo who played the one? It was Paquetá who gave him the assist. He just halted before being broken through because there was Valbuena as they went for the slide tackle. Carried on, feinted, then slotted the ball underneath the goalkeeper to open the scoring and open the account for Brazil. They have arrived at Copa America 2024. Paraguay 0, Brazil 1. It's Vinicius Junior that has opened the scoring for them, and they reacted very well from missing that penalty. They didn't get their heads drop or give Paraguay any sort of a chance to get a foothold in the game, and now Brazil have control. It's Paraguay 0, Brazil 1. Really good work in the build-up from Gomares because he picks the ball up from deep, ran long, such a long way, 25 yards. Had no options, didn't force it, played it to Vinicius Junior, and this is what he's so good at with the movement. Pokes it forward to Rodrigo. He gives the give and go back to Gomares. Vinny Junior gives the ball towards Paquetá. He slips into Vinicius Junior. All that, Paraguay trying to keep very rigid and disciplined in their defence, trying to keep the deep block, but they were completely done by the electricity of their move. Vinicius Junior on this left hand side, and the ball inside Paraguay's half, spreads in towards the middle. There's a crunching challenge that comes in with Rodrigo trying to push himself into the middle, and the false 9 is working for Brazil, not having that natural number 9 in their starting lineup. So it's Rodrigo that is the one that is the furthest player that's up, because he comes so deep. It has always been false 9, so it's difficult. Maybe put it, Salvio on the right and Rodrigo is the 10. Put Villa on left and get a striker might be something that will help them. We look at their bench at the moment. We have, of course, Hendricks a forward, Rafinha's there, Gabriel Martinelli's there, Ramos the defender's there. So they've got very much a stacked bench for Brazil who have this lead. It is very noticeable the style about the false 9. With the false 9, got the recognisable striker. Paraguay trying to create an opportunity for themselves, and they've got the ball in the penalty area. Just wouldn't drop for them after the cross was digged out by Espinosa on that left hand side. It was a really good cross in the end. Cubas and Arcaboros were there trying to head that goalwards, and just fell kindly for João Gomez and Brazil to get rid of the ball. Here's Paquetá now onto the left towards Vinicius Junior. Now a bit of room now. Oh, it's intercepted by Valbuena. Valbuena onto towards Vinicius Junior. Nice work by Paraguay to get the ball. It's now with Bobadilla. In the middle to Enzezo. Sesso inside the centre circle, goes past 4. He's bundled down, referee says nothing doing. Now with Allison. Oh, the free, he still hasn't awarded the free kick, has he? So he's berating the referee for that decision. Didn't see that it would be a foul, as Rodrigo tries himself to go past 2 players, but he's sandwiched off, and Paraguay now motoring down forward. It's back of Incesso, their main man, blue boots, right footed effort, oh, nearly goal, right footed ball, and then it was stuck out by Visati. His effort but went over the bar. I think it was an instinctive sort of touch to try to pull it over, and then in the end it went over Allison's goal. It's a good chance though for Paraguay. One that's not been taken, and it stays Paraguay 0, Brazil 1 here live on Flash Score. And the junior with the goal, the Real Madrid man. Brazil gonna take this goal kick short through Militao to Marquinhos. It's Marquinhos to Militao now searches forward. Wants a bit of trouble, runs into a Paraguayan war of players of Cubas de Velasati trying to go past Militao. One waits in the middle. It is Almiron. Oh, Almiron just couldn't get his feet right. That was a good chance. There was only one player in the penalty area for Paraguay, but there was enough time and space to try and find the ball in towards the middle. Disappoint Paraguay. I think they'll be disappointed in the man of the goal. There's real quality in the goal they conceded, but defended so well, and to concede a second before half time would be a bitter blow to them in terms of how they've been able to marshal and stop Brazil really getting going. But Vinny Jr. and Bacatá, that 1-2 that led to the goal was excellent. Paraguay lose the ball inside Brazil's half. It's with Bacatá. Bacatá now really going quickly forward. Here's Rodrigo now looking towards Vinicius Jr. Goes now towards João Gomez. Bacatá is there. Now a bit of time for Salvio. João Gomez. This is back to Rodrigo, and Brazil just take their time. All their players are in Paraguay's half. Every single player is in Paraguay's half, other than the Brazilian goalkeeper and Allison. Goes into the middle to Guimarães. Guimarães now to Rodrigo. There's a bit of deflection. Could fall to Guimarães. Oh, hits the crossbar. Comes back out. That looked like it was going to be a thunderous second for Brazil. What a warning that is for Paraguay. 2.5 minutes away from the first half commencing. A bit of added time also. All the ball still with Brazil outside the penalty area. It now falls towards Rodrigo. Pushed out. It will fall to Salvio. It's 2-0 for Brazil. They've knocked on the door these last couple of moments, and they found another route to goal. Paraguay 0, Brazil 2. Salvio with it. The Girona man taps home. Sloppy defending by Paraguay is punished. Just couldn't get rid of the ball after that thunderous effort from Guimarães that kicked things off. And this all came from the halfway line as well. Brazil recycling the ball so well into the middle, giving this to Guimarães, gives this towards Bacatá, pokes this towards Rodrigo, then it just fell towards Rodrigo, pushed out by the goalkeeper, and Salvio is there. Excellent work. You've got to think about Wendell was up there, Rodrigo darting forward, twisted and turned, left foot effort, goalkeeper Marengo has to get something in it. There's a bit of a delay to confirming the goal. There is a VAR check taking place. So close, so close to the end of the half for them to concede. It is a big blow. for Paraguay, but we're just waiting to see if this goal will be confirmed. As it stands, Paraguay 0, Brazil 2. This would put them in real control right at the end. Looked like he was behind the last line of defence, and the goal's been given. It is Paraguay 0, Brazil 2. Here live on Flash Score, and it's Salvidio that has the goal. Really good work from the Brazilian build-up. So Vinicius Junior on the 35th minute, and Salvio in the 43rd. The shot goes in once again. It's third shot by Babadillo. Because he's holding his leg. He's carrying a knock, it seems. Now we get the lines from the Salvio goal. Yeah, he's well behind the ball. Moringa obviously need it. The defender Aldo need it towards Salvio. He was able there to just tuck it home to an empty net. It's an easy finish, and Brazil have control. It's what the doctor ordered for Brazil after what happened midweek against Costa Rica. Being 0-0, the pressure easing, knowing that 3 points here, we put them in a really good position ahead of the Colombia game. And knowing that Paraguay take on Costa Rica. Balls of Gomez. Now Gomez on towards Camades. Camades now towards Wendell. Wendell on the right hand side. We have played, we're in the second minute, sorry, up for 2. That has been added on here, the back end of this first half. So with Vinicius Junior on this left hand side. Vinicius Junior sits now to Wendell. Wendell wants to give it back to Vinicius Junior. Oh, lovely skill. Skips past him like he's not there. It's Vinny Junior and his sparkling best so far. Wendell gets the ball. There's a complete push down there by Bob Jadilio. This will be a throw in to Paraguay. Now Wendell and Balbuena having a bit of a altercation. It's nothing too vicious. It's tempers just bubbling over. And if you're in a Brazilian show, you don't need to really get involved with that. You have the lead. You have a comfortable lead heading into the break. It's about staying professional. Paraguay 0, Brazil 2. Live here on Flash Score. We've seen 2 goals. One well crafted one by Vinicius Junior, and one that was nearly a well crafted goal, but it was a tap in the end. Salvio in the right place to tap home. Of course, we've seen a missed penalty with Paquetá missing from the penalty spot when it was 0-0. Just getting a replay of the incident between Balbuena and Wendell. The referees having a conversation if both are getting a yellow card, which is pretty standard now with football. If someone pushes you, you push them, and there's an issue. Referees, no matter who's come off worse, and now there's another pocket of pushes and things getting thrown. So we need to see more than just a yellow card on this occasion. We might see things turn to red. It's always frustrating because we now see, with the VAR system, you're not going to get away with like a few years back where tempers do flare on the pitch. You could potentially throw an arm at someone's face. If this is seen, you are sent off. There's no two ways about it. To see another pocket of violence there is very frustrating. And all this is not helping Paraguay. They need to get back into half time, back into the management team, and try to, 2-0, a third kills it off. A third will kill this game off. A second, it's still in the balance, or there is a chance at least. But at the moment, Paraguay are hanging on. And Fabian Balbuena has been booked. And it's started to unravel before. Wendell's been booked as well for Paraguay just before the break. Now you see we've played more than he added to. Let's come on. Vinicius Junior is not happy. I think it was Vinicius Junior was held back, and then a few Paraguay players came through. That's what kind of started everything. We are waiting for the game to restart after the few issues amongst the players. Still referees having a conversation with Captain Balbuena, waiting for the play to get going down that far side. So Paraguay take it 2-0. They trail and get themselves back into this game as they give the ball to Tachi Paquetá. This is now to Rodrigo. Rodrigo batting well. He's going to get there ahead of the defender. They don't clear it properly. This is Junior. Oh, it's 3. Oh, it's horrible defending. And Vinicius Junior punishes once again the slack defending right on the stroke of half time. Alderera not strong enough, not getting rid of Rodrigo, and ball and his clearance finds itself in the path of Vinicius Junior, and that will be the last action of the game. A simple throw-in was dealt by Brazil. Second ball fell towards Rodrigo inside the left-hand channel. Alderera was there. He checked it back, trying to bat Rodrigo, and he slipped it towards Vinicius Junior, who just instinctively just struck it and put it past the goalkeeper. It's half-time here on Flash Score, and Paraguay have a long way to go. There is a deliberation with Paraguay players, with the referees. They're starting to turn a bit sour in their part. A few lapses of concentrations have been punished. A really good goal for Vinicius Junior to open the scoring. Salvia tapped home around about 5 minutes before the half-time whistle. Well, yeah, 5 minutes before the half-time whistle. And then on the stroke of half-time, deep in added time, Vinicius Junior has a second. It's a long, long way now for Paraguay. We'll be back for full second half audio commentary of this Copa America Group D second game, where it's Paraguay 0. of the Copa America game between Paraguay and Brazil, where Brazil have taken a 3-goal lead into the second period, and it turned up in the first half, answered the doubters they may be across this competition. The onlookers, 2 for Vinicius Jr. and 1 for Salvio, and tempers were very, very high at the back end of that first half, and maybe led to the third goal coming in due to just Paraguay just having that frustration rather than not having that concentration. Brazil pounced and got a third just by anticipating a mistake of Vinicius Jr. Well worked. A first goal for them came in through the first half. That came in the 35th minute, in fact, and then the 43rd goal, 34th minute, came through Salvio, and then deep in added time, Brazil were able to tap in a third. So Paraguay 0, Brazil 3 from the Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. There's been no changes amongst the sides, so we need to have a look at the lineup, starting with Paraguay. It's Morongo in goal, and Pedroza, Alderero, Balbuena and Hernandez the back 4. Valesenti and Cubas the midfield 2. Almiron and Sesco and Boyadella are the 3 that's in behind Arca, who's not seen anything. Not seen anything from him in this game. For Brazil, Edison in goal. It's Danilo, Militao, Marquinhos and Wendell is the back 4. With Budagoras, João Gomez, Salvinho's there with Pacatar and Vinicius Jr. 3 behind Rodrigo. Pacatar missed a penalty just at 0-0 before Vinicius Jr.'s opener. So that Vinicius Jr. really did calm the nerves. Paraguay have a free kick outside Brazil's penalty area. It's an opportunity for them to strike immediately in this second half. With Allison in goal, because Paraguay shooting from left to right in the second half. It's a free kick from the quite way out. It's going to be Sesco to take it. So 20 yards out, left of the D. You shoot it going to the goalkeeper's right. It's right foot low. Hits the wall. Comes out to the right hand side. Looking towards Valcott. Valcott's now going to outdo it. Tip it out to the edge of the penalty area. It's good work and possession this from Paraguay early on, but he's not had a sniff in this second half yet. Header comes in from Militao. Starts in by Alderero. Fires this into the bottom corner! And maybe Paraguay do have a route back. It's 3-1. Paraguay score through Alderero's thunderous effort. Hammered that into the bottom corner. What a goal that was. That header from Militao fell to the defender. It sat up so nicely. He chested it down. Took one, no touch. Took one bounce and used his left foot to arrow that into the bottom corner. Allison was beaten. And the deficit is now via 2 rather than 3. They've cancelled out that late Vinicius Jr. goal. Can they cancel out the Vinicius goal and their Salvino on? It's his first international goal for Adareta, the centre back. Because Vinicius Jr. once again goes down in one of his trips down that left hand side. That'll be a goal kick for Paraguay to take. What an effort that is. It bounced once. I mean, Allison did get a left glove towards it, but he just couldn't keep it out. fired long by Paraguay. Militao clears one. It's goals so important now in this game. If we get another one, if Paraguay were to find themselves with a second, only be one behind Brazil, make it very nervous for Brazil, and another one for Brazil would give that daylight back to Paraguay. Set this second half nicely, that El Dorate goal right at the beginning of this second period. On the right hand side it goes though for Brazil through Salvio. Salvio darting into the middle, looks towards Rodrigo, trying to find Vinicius Jr. It's intercepted by Balbuena. Now with Arquez, Paraguay growing with confidence and zipping the ball with ease. Over the halfway line they go with Almiron. Almiron now down the left hand side to Balbido. Balbido uses his right foot and needs to be clawed away by Allison. It will be a corner, and Sesko with the effort in the end. And the first corner of the second half goes to Paraguay. Really worked well, and Sesko goes in, taps Allison's hand. It's gone into the corner of the penalty box, headed away by Brazil, headed away by Militao and Marquinhos. And Brazil have to keep their concentration at the moment, as the ball is now swept towards that left hand side. Espinosa's there, it's met by Militao once again, who's been a rock for Brazil in the second half. Another header from the Real Madrid man. Now it falls to Vinicius Jr., who is waiting for the ball to drop to him from this flurry of headers. There's a battle on the ball. That surely is obstruction. The referee allows it to play. Vinny Jr. continues. That's a crunching challenge there by Vazata. The referee says nothing to do. It'll be a throw in to Brazil. Ball was travelling the whole time. Marquinhos has to have a word with the referee. The Chilean ref has had a lot to deal with in this game. We've seen 4 goals on Flash Score so far, of course. Lots and lots of football coming away next couple of days in the Euros and the Copa América. It's the final game of the group stage, second match days in the group stages in the Copa América. As we go to the conclusion of those, we're going to see the handful of sides already qualify for the knockout. Uruguay, Argentina, Colombia have qualified for the quarterfinals. Of course, for Euros, in Switzerland, Italy, the knockout, and then Germany, Denmark. Those are all games you can listen to audio commentary for. João Gomez has been tripped down by a Paraguay player, so it gives the opportunity for Brazil to have some respite, but also pick the ball in towards the Paraguay box. 4 minutes gone. Time on the clock. The studio's disappointed with the referee not giving that protection. It's down this right they're going to build with Salvio. Salvio now move it towards Guimaraes. Gomes goes back to Gomez. Slight clip, and this is now a free kick to Brazil, much closer than the one they just had moments ago. It's a bit more direct and from a central area. 1, Brazil 1. So Felizante who's pulled the player down. A few yellow cards, of course, for Wendell Balbuena in the first half. Looking on, it's not going to be him to take it. Maybe Rodrigo. Now on Brazil 3 the score in this Copa America game. Waiting for this corner. Steaming for Marquinhos. This free kick rather. It's going to be Rodrigo, right footed, it's hit with venom and it's pushed away by the goalkeeper Marengo. It's a good effort from the Real Madrid man, and it will be a throw-in on that far side. João Gomez has kept the ball alive for Brazil. That was intercepted by Ale Dorate, the goal scorer for Paraguay, right at the beginning of the second half. 1 Brazil 3. Nice effort that from Rodrigo, and let it fly with the right boot. Throw it in towards the middle, looking towards Rodrigo again. Paraguay do well, get around him, and Balbuena clears. Now by Marquinhos, settles for Paraguay. They use the wet surface that's been applied in the 3.5 time break. There's a few wet patches. Remember, the stadium's closed in Las Vegas, Nevada. You just see the patches of water on the field. And they're slowly the ball on the turf, but Paraguay still zipping it with pace and real aggression, trying to generate another attack. And it's a low ball that's poked in towards Arcabaros. It needs Marquinhos to have a header. It's still bobbling in towards that Brazilian penalty area, and in the end, guess who? Militao's there to use his left foot to launch that away. 53% possession for Brazil, 47. That's definitely gone much more close than it was in the first half. Emphasising Paraguay getting more on the ball and using the ball well. We have it now on the left hand side with Mateus Acosta Espinosa. He goes into the middle to Bobadilla. Bobadilla into Sesco. Sesco to Almiron. All this outside the penalty area, but running into trouble. Militao wins it, and he jets off forward, trying to find Vinicius Junior. Then gives the ball away, and then Paraguay go down with the right hand side, trying to build. It's Wivensenko for them. This is to Visati. Visati now inside the ball towards Senko is to Senko down the left hand side. 1 Brazil through is the score here live on Flash Score. You can see, have you covered these commentaries wherever you may listen to English platform? If it is in Europe, of course, it's the middle of the night. If it is in the Americas, of course, it's bang on the time for this. And if you're in Asia, of course, it's early morning. It's the world global. The app website to give you that news, to give you the latest in the Copa America and the Euros. At the moment now, Paraguay have a free kick inside Brazil's half because of Senko's been brought down by Guimarães. That's a bit of Newcastle United up against Brighton. And he's been bright. In Seiko, you have to say he has for sure been a willing player to receive the ball, and he's taken a set piece now. The Brighton man, and Sesco, and when he first burst into the scene, that thunderous effort that he scored against Chelsea back in the 2 seasons ago when they were under still Graham Potter. No, it wasn't Graham Potter. Sorry, they were under Roberto De Zerbi at the time. Was the effort, wait for the free kick to be taken. It's swung in right-footed. It's cleared away comfortably by Brazil. It's a bit poor there from Senko. It's with Brazil now with Marquinhos. Marquinhos giving the ball. You wonder how long we have to wait to see the likes of Endrick and more changes from the Brazilian bench. They have the lead, so the onus maybe is not on them more than Paraguay. Paraguay with the ball now, taken by Senko down the right, headed away by Marquinhos. That was given away cheaply by Brazil, but Brazil moving down the right for Vinicius Junior. At the hour mark, it's Paraguay 1, Brazil 3. Now it's on the left hand side towards Paraguay with Alderete. He's playing their back flank outside the centre circle. Espinosa now on to that. 12 shots for Paraguay, 12 shots for Brazil, 5 on target for Brazil, 5 on target for Paraguay. It's an even game in those statistics as another ball floats into the middle of the Brazilian penalty box. It's really good work there by Wendell. That's what he does. He heads it down and kicks it off the back of a Paraguay player in Marquez. And that will be a throw-in to Brazil. Deep in their own half though. He takes it Wendell himself, because it's to Guimarães, who scoops to the field now, looking towards Paquetá. The goalkeeper Alisson comes and gathers. He rolls this down this right hand side to give it towards Salvinho. Salvinho's got the goal, of course. He put Brazil 2 goals up. 43rd minute. 3-1 here. And the other goal scorers on the ball now. Vinicius Jr. He's got a brace. He's on a hat trick. And he'd love to get his name in the upper stars again in a Brazilian shirt. Vinicius Jr. We want to watch if we can get a hat trick in this game. Brazil's trying to string some passes along, and it's with Paquetá trying to thread that through towards Rodrigo, but hits the heels of the Real Madrid man as it bounces back towards Paraguay. Got a bit of move from Cubas. Cubas goes into the middle to Bobadilla. Bobadilla on towards the left to Espinosa. Espinosa takes his time, just checks a little bit, and floats up to the left hand side, back to Barbuena. Barbuena's there to join it to the attack to Cubas. And floats in the middle to the centre circle to Villasati. Now down the right hand side it goes towards Valcrez. And now back to Barbuena. Now Paraguay just taking the calm approach with their passing. 25, a bit of a dummy. In the end it just comes out of play. It's a loose ball there by Valcrez. So just pointing there for Paraguay to say well to take control of the ball. They don't have control of the game, unfortunately. They're trailing by 3 goals to 1. Brazil are in control. 2nd of July, so Tuesday, is the final group game for Brazil up against Colombia. You can listen to that game live here on Flash Score audio commentary of that one for you on Tuesday, and that's all the knockout stage games in the Euros. We should have audio commentary of that one. And we do. Brazil, Colombia, 2nd of July. And down the right hand side for Brazil. Goes away to Guimaraes. Guimaraes trying to lose it, puts it into the middle towards Gomez. Gomez now on to Vinicius Jr. into the penalty box and lined with it. This time checks back to Militao. Militao now towards Guimaraes. Guimaraes onto the right hand side, looking to the far side for Brazil. Salvinho puts it on his left, puts it on his right, puts it on his right. He's got a shoot opportunity. It's blocked by one of 3. Does he point to the spot? He does. And Brazil have a penalty. Again, they have their 2nd penalty of the night. The first one was missed. And once again, Paraguay have been done for handball. Now, I mentioned the next goal was important. Not convinced is this even handball? It just hits him under his hand. It's Salvinho, and they have given a penalty. It does strike it, and it's another opportunity now for Brazil to increase their advantage, and you would say midway through the second half to confirm their first victory of the Copa América. It's going to be Paquetá, who missed the penalty in the first half, to take it. Of course, Vinicius Jr. is on a hat trick. It's going to be Paquetá to take it. There is a player down still getting treatment. It's Spazati who's taking who took the hit. It's a ferocious effort that came from Salvinho. So at the moment, Moringo is just vacated his goal. We're just waiting for Paquetá to position himself. So he missed the target completely, but it was 0-0 earlier in this game. Is he gonna get some revenge and put himself in the score sheet? Neymar watches on in the stands. This is the moment for Lucas Paquetá. It's Brazil who lead by 3 goals to 1 against Paraguay. This is the opportunity to restore a 3-goal advantage that they held at half time. It's an opportunity for Paquetá to make it 4th on the spot and make up for his missed penalty. And we'll just still wait. The referee's taking his time. Steps up. I don't know what. I don't think the referee's happy about something here. I think it's just the goalkeeper's positioning. So we're just waiting for seeing this will be scored. He steps up. Paquetá! And he slots it in behind the goalkeeper. That surely is now game, set and match for Brazil. 66 minutes on the clock. Paraguay 1, Brazil 4. He makes no mistake. Runs up and then slots it into the bottom right corner. And after that first half miss, he's happy to put in and register a goal from the spot. Lucas Paquetá. It's 4 for Brazil in Nevada, right in the middle of the second half, to push away any doubt this game. It's 11 goals and 48 international appearances now for Paquetá. We see 5 goals in this game. They're not equally shared at all. You know, you can't equally share 5 goals, but they're heavily weighted in one side. And it's 4 Brazil looking for more goals. The goalkeeper comes out in Morengo to clear up the field. He wasn't going to miss again, was he, after missing the target in the first half? It's down the right hand side for Valgrez. Valgrez taking this down to Barbadillo and towards the middle to Cubas. Cubas wants to see his left foot, curls this, and comfortable in the end for Allison. Amaron is also there. The effort you expect changes to come in now for both these teams, with one eye on their final game. Paraguay not out officially, can still qualify. It's looking very bleak for them, especially with goals that have been conceded in this game. Doesn't help the cause of Morocco's turnaround. 20 to go. It's with Militao into the middle. It goes now to Guimaraes. Guimaraes trying to skip past one play. Runs into a bit of trouble. It's down the right hand side now for Brazil, for Rodrigo. Finding himself in different types of positions here. Salvinho and Rodrigo everywhere. But look at the bench, you could potentially come on for Brazil for some minutes. Douglas Luiz is there, Evanson and Gabriel Martinelli. They're all warming up vigorously. That's why I'm bringing them up. Bento's there, Bremer, Rafael, Rafinha. For Paraguay, you look at Cabrera and Sosa is there, so is Bernardes. There's an effort outside the box that comes in from Comoros that hits a Paraguay player, so there'll be a corner on that far side for Brazil. Came off Cubas, the Paraguay midfielder. Paraguay 1, Brazil 4. I'm going to take this. It's going to be Rodrigo again. Rodrigo and Salvia over. It's white footed by Rodrigo, looking towards Marquinhos. It misses Marquinhos, goes all the way back to Vinicius Junior on his right foot. Instead of going for goal, he tries to put it in towards the box, but it doesn't really reach anybody. It's cleared away. It's now with Vinicius Junior again. One on him on his right. He's going to go down the line, try and find it, or he tries to do a bit of trickery going out and play. Some of the players are not happy about that. I think it's because he's doing the skill that, you flip the ball. I say, like I can do it. Maybe you at home can do it listening, or on your way from work to work, or on your way back to work, whatever you're doing, listening to this audio commentary. But it's the skill where you try and lift the ball behind the play, lift the ball into the air off the back of your other leg, He did that leading up to the first goal that they scored. And of course, you know, on the Flash Score app and website, you can see highlights of these games once they commence. Alongside that, match reports and constant live text reports also. But go check it out if you know what we're talking about. We tried to do that. Of course, that's a FIFA Street, in inverted commas, type of skill that some players aren't happy about, and that's rather much with the Paraguay players. It's a really crunching challenge coming from Paquetá on the Bobadilla, and that's a yellow card to the goal scorer of the fourth goal for Brazil. Brazil hadn't scored heading into this tournament, heading into this game after a 0-0 draw to Costa Rica. And that actually, this result would knock out Paraguay because Brazil would be on 4. Brazil would qualify actually because Paraguay would be on 0 after losing to Colombia. And Rafinha is about to get ready to come on for Brazil. Barcelona man. So this is the end of the road for Paraguay. It's going to be Almiron to take it with Ensenko. So put it into the middle. Penalty once again. It's Militao that's there to get rid of the ball. So yeah, this would Costa Rica could potentially, as they drew to Brazil, going through. So this wouldn't send Brazil through just as yet. Because if Brazil were to lose to Colombia, or Costa Rica were to beat Paraguay, they'll go down to goal difference, which is looking really good for Brazil at the moment due to this 4-1 win, but also because the head-to-head draw. So they're looking good for that, but it wouldn't go through tonight. Brazil, Colombia, if you're just joining us, beat Costa Rica 3-0, and they are safely through to the last 16. But Paraguay will be heading out of the tournament with 2 defeats, 0 points. Won't be able to get near the 4 that Brazil have at the moment. So this is the final minutes for them in terms of a competitive nature. If they were, there was a bit of hope when Anatolia was able to pull one back right at the beginning of the second half, but they just never backed up the pressure after that goal to really put pressure on Brazil. Brazil are now in a position where they're just toying with Paraguay. The substitutions are coming. It's a stoppage of play-by-play action being reported, and Senko is coming off. And onto the field is number 13. And Arca's coming. It's been a tough shift for Arca. It's been not easy for him at all. Just get confirmation of the players that will come on for you in a second, but yeah, it's not been good for Arca. When we look for that Costa Rica game, Paraguay, it's heading for another defeat for them. It's not the best time in terms of their football. One win in 6 it will be, one win coming against Panama. So Barrow's on. On for Paraguay. Vinicius Jr. has a shot inside the box which goes over the bar. Vinicius Jr. of course on a hat-trick. He scored 2 in the first half alongside a Salvio goal inside the middle. So there's 3 changes. Senko came off, and on for him was Kamada. So Kamada is on also. And then for Brazil, there's been 2 changes with Bruno Amaras going off for Douglas Luiz. I did say that Douglas Luiz may come through and get some minutes. That's been the case. So Douglas Luiz has left us the minutes now, playing for Juventus in Italy. And Salvino has come off, and onto the field is Rafinha. Rafinha on. Salve off. Rafinha's on the ball, actually darts into the penalty area for Brazil. 4-1 they lead. And Paraguay do well to escort it away. Here's Paquetá into the penalty area. Minute to left hand side to Vinicius Jr. Nice overlap work this for Danilo, who skiddles the ball across the 6-yard box, but the Paraguay goalkeeper is alert in Morenga to gather that both hands and to stop any potential tapping on that far side. So, Colombia advances to the quarterfinals. So run down quickly of the live standings of Group D. Colombia 6 points, goal difference 4. Brazil 4 points, goal difference 3. Costa Rica will need a massive swing on the last day against Paraguay. Brazil had to lose. They'll need to win at least by 4 goals. And hope that Colombia do them a bit of a favour. But Paraguay are going to be eliminated with a loss tonight. And have the ball in a bang in the centre of the field on the Brazilian half. It's down the left hand side. The touch is now for Barrio. Barrio now in towards Romero, who's calm. Romero swinging this in, looking towards Almiron. Also, his come off is Espinoza, has been removed from a left back position. Onto the field is Nestor Rafael. So Nestor Rafael is on. There's 3 changes for Paraguay. Moving from the left hand side to Nestor Rafael, who once again puts it in the middle. But Brazil defended really well, I think. Aerially, everything that's gone into the box. Militao's been there, Marquinhos been there, Wendell and Danilo have come in to make it a real sandwich in the middle in a 4-man defence. So they're able to continue that trend as long as the second half is gone. I think for Paraguay they'll be disappointed in the way they concede those goals in the first half, the bouts of goals. They give away the penalty, survived that. Looking to get to half time. It's a good, well worked goal by Brazil, to be fair, but Paraguay maybe needed a bit more aggression. Definitely could have done a bit more in the for the second goal, and the third there was a lack of concentration, and the fourth obviously came through the penalties. And then another change, both sides. Endrick about to come on. It's always fun to see. That's making a move to Real Madrid, just the same as Mbappe after their respective international tournaments. Middle to Douglas Luiz, first touches for him for Brazil, banging us into the field. Gives the ball now, passes it to Vinicius Jr. 5 yards in front of it, inside Paraguay's half. Vinicius Jr. takes a little swivel, turns, wants to have a pop-up goal, but he's in a hat-trick here. Vinicius Jr. 2 around him, and he loses the ball. That will check him out for a goal kick. This is the flash score. Germany versus Denmark is the late kickoff today in the Euros. A game you can listen to for audio commentary of that. As Paraguay don't go down the right through Almiron and Vazetti, and then it's one back by Brazil, able to give the ball to Alisson. Alisson gives a nervy ball to Marquinhos. Referee gives the free kick to them. Is this time for Endrick to come on? It is. And Andreas Pereira. And Almiron has just come off. But Rodrigo's off. And onto the field is Endrick, number 9, of course, at the back for Brazilian Endrick. Paquetá's coming off, the player that got the 4 for Brazil. Makes sense that these changes are happening now. With the score and the result and the point set, Paraguay will be heading out of Copa America, whereas Brazil all but will qualify. So Costa Rica have a big goal difference swing in the last game against Paraguay, which is potentially possible. Here's Andres Pereira. Oh, he skipped us forward, trying to feed the early touches towards Endrick. Happy forward. He's a real throwback of a forward. Endrick plays like he's from the 1960s, you'll say it yourself. Yeah, very, very good talent has come through in Brazil. So with Paraguay down this right hand side though, it's with Nestor Rivera. It's back with Arbona. It's work with the captain of Paraguay. Let's get this to Alderete. Alderete uses his right foot. Let's bend that ball to Militao. Let's cut out one Militao. Now into the middle for Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz to Marquinhos. Marquinhos now towards the goalkeeper. Paraguay 1, Brazil 4. So the final game starts tomorrow. The group stages: Argentina versus Peru, Canada versus Chile. Both games can be listened to on a flash score audio commentary. It's Group A of the 2024 Copa America in America. It's going to be an interesting one there because Messi is not playing for Argentina, the holders of this competition, which current World Cup winners, Argentina. I'm sure Brazilian listeners don't need to be reminded of that. It's down the right hand side for Rafinha. Rafinha goes towards the penalty box, gets the return, looking towards Pereira. And Pereira can't get towards the ball because Alderete is there to kick it away. It's nice from Danilo and Rafinha. Rafinha's had a lot of minutes for Brazil. It just shows you still got depth. A lot of the doubters and the criticism that comes their way, Brazil, because they not be playing a swashbuckling football, but 4-1's a good scoreline. 4-1 will make things a bit better after the 0-0 result to Costa Rica. And a thumping challenge by Cubas here. I wonder what the referee's going to decide. He's decided some red card. And Paraguay will play the final 10 minutes or so, down to 10 players. Cubas has been sent off. The midfielder, the heart of the Paraguay midfield, has been removed on a late challenge and was floated. I'm trying to see who the Brazilian player was at the time, but Paraguay will play the final 10 minutes, down to 10 players. It was Douglas Luiz that he crunched into. Paraguay 1, Brazil 4. And Douglas Luiz, we can report, is back on his feet. And the referee still having a debate with the player that he sent off. I don't know if that's getting reviewed or he wants to, but the referee's telling him to carry on, to go. So we're just getting the replay. So Cubas is behind with Douglas Luiz. Cubas goes to the round. Luiz is there. Does he move towards his... He does move his leg towards Douglas Luiz, but I don't think that's a red card, but the aggression's there. Never know VAR, so we are waiting for this to be reviewed. He's had a deep conversation with Andre Cubas. Yeah, officially are down to 10 players now. This referee's had a eventful day, let's put it that way. From the penalties now to the red card. And Brazil now will be looking to get more goals, because goals could be important. Colombia are in good form. Let's say you know Colombia could beat Brazil. That's not going to be a shock in Copa America in the next game in July 2nd. So for them to get another one would come in handy to kind of cement their strength in second place over Costa Rica. Costa Rica were to beat Paraguay. Vinicius Jr. has been booked. He's down. And then on the stroke of our time, deep in added time, Vinicius Jr. has a second. It's a long way now for Paraguay. We'll be back for full second half audio commentary of this Copa America Group D second game, where it's Paraguay Cubas. A bit disappointing night for Paraguay. They probably signalled this one to try and get a point in to take it to the last stage, and for the majority of the half it looked like that was going to be the situation. And Barbados, is he going to come off? They've only got one change left, Paraguay, and they are going to do that. And onto the field comes on number 26, and Paraguay actually have a free kick. It's going to be Cabello who's going to come on, but they have a free kick in a exciting position. All that melee. The free kick was originally awarded to Paraguay. It's a good ball in. It finds a Paraguayan head, and it's headed out of play. It's a gorgeous ball from the substitute, nested it out, and it was a Balbena. left-footed in-swinger. Brazilian defence all on their heels. Several Paraguayan players breaching the offside trap and nearly finding another consolation. That would be at this stage for Paraguay, because they are heading out of Copa America. That's not me being sleepy, that's just me reacting to what we've seen today in the quick action play. Paraguay 1, Brazil 4. Into the middle it goes for Douglas Luiz in the centre circle. Back now to Marquinhos to Militao to the right hand side to Danilo. Danilo puts this forward to Rafinha. Rafinha wants to get the ball before the goalkeeper gets there. Two defenders get there before Rafinha and the goalkeeper, and Paraguay work it away. Now on the back line with Barbena, who's towards Arieta. So the tell of this game was Vinicius Junior 35 minutes with the goal off the Paqueta. Missed the penalty earlier on in the game. 2-0 was the scoreman. Salvio the ball in the net. 2-0. Third, right at the stroke of half time, and during added time they're able to find the net through Vinicius Junior Brazil. And right at the start of the second half they pulled one back through Altitude. A really fine effort. Militao's evening is done. Onto the field comes on Gabriel, the Arsenal centre back, one of the best defenders of the Premier League. Gabriel alongside Saliba. Of course Arsenal finished second and were able to win the Premier League. The ball's in the net for Paraguay from another free kick, but that won't count because it's offside. It's a substitute, Cabela, that's come on, but it stays Paraguay 1, Brazil 4. Gabriel's on, it was straight into the action. Linesman on that far side immediately rose his flag, and this time a lot of Paraguay players who had gone past the last line of the Brazilian defence had breached that illegally. So that's offside. Here's Addison, stays 4-1 to take this free kick. Have we seen enough for Brazil to really challenge and give you confidence to be in as a contender? Brazil always going to be contenders in international tournaments. I think they've earned that prestige over the years, for almost 100 years of international football. The prestige it carries, and you have to look at it that today when you've got players like Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, there's a nice balance in the midfield of Guimaraes and Gomez. I have to say the back four was solid with Militao and Marquinhos. Alisson's always there for a big save. There was moments where Paraguay did poke a threat, but it's about consistency, isn't it, in performance? I think that's where the doubters and the criticism's been about, is that they may win, but they do lack that flair. But give the ball to Vinicius Junior. He did that in the first half. They got him involved with Paqueta, who's he's a willing worker for a 10. I think with Endrick being there, also there is a bit of endurance. But Copa America, there's so many strong now contenders. Argentina huge favourites. Colombia in this group are flying, absolutely flying. Really good performance for them. Got a goal for Luis Diaz and Cordo and Sanchez today in that 3-0 win over Costa Rica. America in a bit of a pickle after losing to Panama yesterday. So Panama might qualify. Mexico obviously losing to Venezuela. It's hard to call, and I think Brazil, as we've just hit the 90th minute mark, leading Paraguay 4-1, do what they had to do today, win convincingly, and that's all you can do before the knockout stages. Chile are there also. It's a real fascinating Copa America, of course, when the CONCACAF nations join. Always does make it an extra bit spicy to add to the South American nations. Balls on the left hand side now with Pereira now on to Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior gives the ball to Douglas Luiz. Luiz is shaking off any knock that he had. It's back with Gabriel now, the Arsenal defender. Goes over the halfway line, gives to Marquinhos. Marquinhos takes a bit of time, so give it to Rafinha. A lovely triangle 1-2 give and go on that far side. It goes into the middle to Pereira. He tries to get things going quickly, and his ball first time is blocked by the Paraguay defender. Paraguay 1, Brazil 4 is the score here on Flash Scoring, the home of audio commentaries across this summer of sport. As another ball comes in, they want a corner, Brazil, and they'll get a corner, Brazil. How much time will be added on, you wonder, the back end of this second half in this game? We are in the 90th minute here. It's going to be Pereira to take it. Just wait, I think Vinicius Junior's just going to go short. He's still on a hat-trick. He's been on a hat-trick whole second half. He's not had many opportunities. Had a quieter second half, Vinicius Junior, but for Brazil to do anything, they've got to keep him fit. Can't afford an injury to him. As Pereira puts a nice ball in, but it's headed away by Paraguay. I say nice, but it was right into the 6-yard box, and there's a shot by Rafinha that's deflected. It's the corner, it's the side netting. No, he doesn't get it. And it's just that 3 minutes added on. We've played one already. It did come off a Paraguay player, so that is the wrong choice. You know, sometimes you see players claim they want a corner, and it isn't a corner. On this occasion it is, and the second half has pilted out a little bit ever since that penalty was scored by Paquetá, and Brazil secured the points and secured Paraguay's fate to be eliminated from Copa América 2024 in America. This game will come from Las Vegas. More action to come tomorrow as a ball's gone searching long by Brazil with Vinicius Junior. That's gobbled up by the goalkeeper well by Morengo. Morengo fires this to the far side, kicks this up the field. Looking to go now to Pereira. He's in between Gabriel and Marquinhos. Marquinhos clears. Marquinhos now gives the ball to Wendell down this left-hand side. Hendrick, I don't see much touches for him. He comes deep to get the ball. Douglas Luiz is there with João Gomez. And here is Douglas Luiz in the centre of the field. Paraguay just want this game to end. They know their tournament is from a competitive nature is out. They'll be the first one to be eliminated from this Group D. They lost to Colombia in their opening game, and they've lost convincingly here. I'm just waiting for the final moments for it to be confirmed. So there's Pereira for Paraguay inside their own half. Gives the ball to Alderete. Valbuena is there. Gives the ball to Nesta Rafael. 25 yards away from his own penalty area. He checks back and gives to Morenga. Morenga fires the ball back up the field. Down to 10 players, of course. Due to the red card to Cubas. And that is the final whistle. Brazil have won their first game of the Copa América 2024 by 4-1, eliminating Paraguay in the process. A very eventful game. It started with Paquetá missing the penalty midway through the first half. The Vinicius Junior opened the scoring after the 35th minute. On the 33rd minute, Salvinho made it 2-0. And then deep into added time, back in the first half, Vinicius Junior got his second after latching on from a mistake. 5 minutes we were playing of added time then, and in the 48th minute there was a bit of hope for Paraguay. Alderete with a thunderous effort going into the bottom corner. Alisson could have stopped that, but midway through the second half of the 65th minute, Luca Pateta, who missed in the first half of the penalty spot, make no mistake in the second time basket after a defender for Paraguay was done for handball for the second time in this game. He tucked that home, and then later on Cubas was sent off for Paraguay. Paraguay out after losing their opening 2 games to Colombia and Brazil. Brazil move on to 4 points. They haven't qualified yet, and there is a chance that Costa Rica can leapfrog them ahead of that big clash against Colombia. It's been a good one to call. Brazil have turned up to Copa America. They have their first victory of the tournament, and that will give them the big confidence ahead of their clash against Colombia to win the group here. Group D is exciting. You'll be able to listen to that game on July the 2nd. We'll be back tomorrow for more Euro 2020.